I asked the Rocket League community to show me their most unique kickoff strats, and this is what you guys came up with. Each entry was selected for this showcase based on 3 criteria. The written pitch for the strategy that explains how it came to be and why it's special, the name chosen to describe it, and video proof of the kickoff in action. Like previous episodes in this series, at its heart, this is a meme kickoff showcase. The submissions are supposed to be fun and not necessarily competitive. So with that in mind, sit back and enjoy this semi-serious showcase of some of the weirdest kickoffs ever invented. Now, while these will be in no particular order, I did want to start with our lowest ranked entry, which is from a 6-year-old bronze player named Jakob. Jakob's father, Blackfang, describes the invention of the mechanic as follows. One day I was playing with my son in a private match and he suddenly flew past me, sliding on the side of his car. I asked him how he did it, and he showed me again and again. He could do it without blinking. Eventually I figured out it was basically a speed flip where you let go of the controls almost at the end of the flip, which causes you to land on the side of your car. He called it the Jakob Slider, and over the next several days, this move became his kickoff. Blackfang ends his pitch by saying, "I'm sorry we don't have clips of it being used in an actual game, but I thought I would submit it to you anyways." Well, Jakob, I just want to say, I am always happy to see low rank entries. They are often creative, even if they haven't been fully tested in game. And let's not forget, Musty was around the silver or gold level when he posted his first Musty flick to Reddit. So anything can happen. In this case, I thought the ultimate way to test this meme kickoff would be to get some higher skilled players to try it out. First, I went to my friend Matmar. Matmar noted it was surprisingly hard to get the car to stay sideways and keep moving forward, but he was eventually able to pull off a few Jakob Sliders in his 1v1 matches. Next, I asked Bumpo the Clown to take a short break from demoing people to try out the Jakob Slider as well. Though his initial review said it definitely wasn't a good kickoff if you prefer winning, Bumpo took the challenge into his Diamond 1v1 games, surprisingly winning 4 out of 5 matches while going for the slider. Along the way, he captured a few impressive clips of this meme kickoff in action. It does seem like you can get some favorable bounces when using the slide, though some of it comes down to how well your opponent does on their kickoff. In the end, Bumpo turned 2 of these plays into goals, so I think this makes for a great start to our meme mechanic showcase. Big thanks to Jakob and Blackfang for the submission, and to Matmar and Bumpo for their testing services. It's the Jakob Slider. Be sure to try it out in your next 1v1 game. Next, we have a team entry, a team where every player is named Hot Cross Buns. The pitch describes this kickoff as a secret weapon, claiming that by the time the opponents realize what has happened, the ball is already in their net. They add that it's a revolutionary kickoff unlike the world has ever seen, except a lot of the people in the champ ranks that they've used it against. This kickoff can only be performed in the side-by-side spawn setup, and requires the synchronization of both players. Driving straight forward while boosting, both players single jump and then side dodge towards each other at the very end of the dodge window. The result is a dunk or pinch that often goes right back towards the opponent's goal. As you can see, this isn't just some one-off lucky play. The Hot Cross Buns team have become pretty consistent with it, saying that they've had situations where it's won them games, and, like most meme mechanics, also situations where it's lost them games. But their policy is, if the Rocket League gods give them the kickoff setup, they must go for it. When it comes to its name, the submission explained that their team had a habit of exclaiming "revolutionary" to warn each other that they were about to do some other stupid kickoff strat. So eventually they decided to call this Revolutionary in honor of that tradition. Our next kickoff was born out of necessity. Those of you familiar with this channel should remember Backwardio and Apparently Back, 2 GC level players that challenged themselves by playing this game backwards. Now, due to his personal rules to only be hitting the ball while traveling backwards, Backwardio doesn't go for kickoffs, which understandably makes for some tricky in-game situations. Meanwhile, Apparently Back has decided to approach this issue in a different way, while remaining true to the backwards style. After finding that not going for kickoffs would often make solo queue teammates forfeit or throw, he came up with something called the short back and slide. in what is essentially a reverse of the standard half flip, apparently back, front flips, cancels it, and air rolls to land on his wheels, facing and driving backwards. This results in a fairly competitive kickoff while still maintaining the backwards playstyle. Also at the same time, it has provided us with a unique kickoff that I don't think ever would have been invented otherwise. Thank you for your submission, apparently back. Our diamond entry comes from a player who even made the effort to make a custom thumbnail for his YouTube submission. Gafton writes, I thought for a long time about why I couldn't win kickoffs. I was actually getting really stressed about it. Then a spark of light came to my head. What if I just ask? And boom, a revolutionary new kickoff method was invented. With one caution, Gafton adds, please note, it only works on nice people. Well, thank you, Gafton. I think this has the potential to revolutionize the always generous and friendly 1v1 playlist. Remember guys, if you're all out of ideas, just ask. This submission comes from another well-known name on this channel. My son has recently started playing Rocket League again and decided he wanted to be our platinum entry for this showcase. He provided the following setup instructions that are required. First, you need to go into your control settings and turn your aerial sensitivity all the way up. The next part might be the trickiest, as Seal King recommends you equip the helicopter engine sound from a Rocket Pass in 2019, though newer PC players can get around this by using Bacchus mod. After that, the Helly-Helly-Copter is pretty self-explanatory. Though for full effect, my son said I had to play this sound. Helicopter, helicopter! So what do you guys think? The Helly-Helly-Copter versus the Jakob Slider. Who wins that matchup? Let me know in the comments below. My next entry is from someone who doesn't have a name and doesn't have a rank. In fact, they could be any rank. As some of you are probably aware, high-skilled machine learning bots have become a problem for Rocket League. And since we are already playing with these AI agents in our competitive games, I thought it would be appropriate to include them in this showcase. Yes, these bots have invented their own unique kickoff. On Reddit, there's been a lot of debate about what exactly is going on here. But I think the simplest explanation is that this bot is using a no-flip, an almost perfect cancel of its forward dodge, gaining a speed burst, but keeping the car facing the same direction. Interestingly, this mechanic was able to be performed by humans for a very short time in 2017, when Psyonix added a forward dodge keybinding. Back then, it was called a no-flip or an air dash. Now, the keybinding was quickly removed by the devs, but the mechanic itself remained technically possible if you have perfect inputs, which is what you see the bot trying to do in these clips. Despite the AI precision, it does have a weird look to it, which is why RLBot programmer and community member Red suggested that we should call it the zombie no-flip, perfectly describing the mechanic being used, as well as the fact that it's a player that has no life. And yes, I'm referring both to the bot and the human that's cheating with it. This submission had a name that intrigued me: The Road to Happiness. Champion player Science Nerd writes, have you been feeling stuck? Have you stopped having fun in Rocket League? Does it feel like no matter how hard you try, you can't rank up? Well, with this kickoff strat, all those nights of suffering at your screen deranking will all go away. Ah, well played, Science Nerd. Well played. Truly a mechanic that will kick off your journey down the road to happiness. Our last entry is probably more of an honorable mention. It's not something that's new, but I appreciate the submission because it gives us a chance to highlight a kickoff strat that has potential and is just plain fun, which is what Rocket League and the Meme Mechanic series is all about. This strat was inspired by the Hoops Friendship Kickoff that dates back to 2016. In this case, Alarm Clock and his teammates have been perfecting their own version in regular Rocket League games since 2020. Again, let me be clear, There have been multiple players that have done this over the years, so Alarm Clock is not claiming to be the originator. But being consistent at this is impressive. Also, I do love the name they came up with, the SideCar Kickoff. Of course, speed flips still have an advantage over this move, but Alarm Clock wanted to encourage the community to test out this strat with different hitboxes or more precise inputs to see if it can become more viable. To help with this, I'll have his tutorial for the kickoff linked in the description so you can add the SideCar Kickoff to your skill set. Hope you all enjoyed this community kickoff showcase. If you want to be notified about future chances to submit your clips for my videos, make sure you subscribe and join my Discord linked below. My name is Rocket Sledge. Thanks for watching.